begin a 20-minute talk. Just kidding. Peace be with all of us. Can you say that? Peace be with all of us. I'm Reverend Louise Dunn, and I've had the privilege of knowing Larry for many decades, beginning right here in this room at Unity. And today we celebrate his way of being and loving. We celebrate the sacred ground of his humanity and the unique aliveness of his spirit. Larry has touched every inch of this building, every measurable inch of this church, its physical structure, and all the outside spaces associated with this little campus. Every single inch. And he did it with love. Nothing was beneath him. I have visual memories of him pulling weeds, planting flowers, painting, mopping up, fixing what was broken. He served in ways most of us will never know, because so much was done either before or after others left the building. And he did this year after year and over and over and over again. And he did it all with his love. He touched the lives of uncountable thousands of people across the years of his earthly life. It didn't matter if they were known to him or if he was meeting them for the very first time. He treated each person with dignity, as if it was a gift from God to make that connection. And he did this over and over and over again with his love. So in his memory today, and in his honor, I would like to pose a question to us, all of us gathered here in his name, a question I've been asking myself. Have we given our love? To every inch of our life, our family, our work, our relationships, and like Larry, to the strangers we meet along the way? Or are we, for whatever silly reason, holding back, waiting for a more perfect moment? Death has a way of reminding us, dear ones, that the moment we are standing in is the only moment we may be given to reach out and touch another life with our love. Let us pray. God of all creation, we thank you for the immeasurable, exquisite gift you gave us in the form of Larry Fitzgerald. Throughout this celebration of his life, please accept as our prayer to you of deep, profound gratefulness every word spoken, every note played, every song sung, every prayer whispered, every hug given and received, every sigh, every laugh, every tear, in gratefulness. Amen.
The daily word for today, Saturday, February 28th, 2026. The title, I reimagine flexibility. The present moment is always the perfect time to soften in thought, in body, in spirit, so we may fully embrace life. Just as healing from illness or surgery often begins with a push toward physical movement, so too does spiritual healing invite us to release old patterns and allow fresh energy to circulate. When we extend empathy and compassion, we create a safe space where others may also soften and open. Whether or not they choose to bend, our own willingness reflects the harmony and peace of divine order in our hearts. Flexibility opens us to infinite possibilities. When we release the "this is the only way" mindset, we open ourselves to opportunities and solutions we never imagined. Relationships deepen. Creativity blossoms. Our souls feel light again. Let us embrace flexibility in mind, body, and spirit, letting our spiritual nature shape our outer world in beauty, peace, and joy. From Matthew 5:24, leave your gift there before the altar and go. First be reconciled to your brother or sister, and then come and offer your gift. A Course in Miracles talks about the holy relationship. And while Reverend Louise talked about every inch of this building and every piece of the ground that Larry touched, my memories come from right there. When I looked into Larry's eyes and he into mine, and when I held his hand for even the briefest of moments, I was transformed. I was invited into a holy relationship that God intends for all of us. There are few people in my life who I feel completely held by, knowing in my heart that I am always in theirs. Larry Fitzgerald was one of those few. As you think on him in the quiet of your own room, your own heart, your own soul, touch that place within you that Larry touched. It is perfect. It is holy. It is love. I thank God for him. What a blessing.
So what can I say about Larry that hasn't already been said? So beautifully. He was kind, compassionate. He was a servant of God. Larry loved everyone unconditionally. If you needed something, if he had it, he'd give it to you. No hesitation. No questions. As Reverend Louise said, Larry's energy is in every corner of this building. He loved this place. He loved this community, and he especially loved the kids. Sunday school kids who grew up here, there's some up here today because Larry made a difference in their lives. He didn't talk to them like children. He spoke to them and he listened to them as the divine beings that they are. And he didn't just teach the kids in Sunday school. Oh, no. He taught all of us adults as well. Whether it was the men's study group, or his work as a chaplain, or just being Larry. He lived his truth. He lived authentically, and he lived authentically, and he lived without apologies. I will miss his wisdom, and I hope to be as wise as him someday. Ed and I are about to sing a song that Ed wrote when we first became members here at Unity of Indianapolis 16 years ago. Larry loved this song. And I think he loved it because he saw in it himself is how he lived his life.
You can accept you. I accept you as you are. We should accept them. We must accept them as they are. Please accept me. I ask you to accept me as I am, and I will accept you. I've already accepted you as you are.
Thank you, Michael and Ed, Louise and Susan. We now enter a quiet time of reflection through poetry shared by those who held a special place to Larry. First, the poem Body Died, Not Me, written and read by Sondra Hayes. Then, If I Were, read by Danielle Teschendorf, wife of Larry's nephew. And then finally, If Thoughts Had Shapes, written by Larry and read by his longtime friend, many decades, Kevin McGrew.
I would like to dedicate this poem to those of you who knew Larry Fitzgerald, but also understood that he wasn't going anywhere. The name, the body, not me. I was happy when it was time to go. I've been getting ready for a while, you know. Oh, now don't take it personal. Please, please don't cry. I'll still be around. You'll see. My spirit has an eternal warranty. I'm alive and free. The body died, not me. Remember that body if you must. I was born into that body, but that body wasn't me. I'm glad to be free of that decaying shell. Trying to keep it going was quite a chore. And it got to the point where it wasn't worth it anymore. I'm grateful that it lasted long enough to serve its purpose. It just wasn't working up to par. But I'm alive and free. The body died, not me. Remember the way I touched your heart? The thoughts, the joy, the spirit, the love, the energy? That was me, not the body. I'm alive and free. The body died, not me. My loved ones will never part. It was the right time. It was the right date, the right place. Not a minute too early, nor a second too late. The schedule was the secret part of the plan, you know. I did what I came to do, and I was ready to go. Don't cry or be mournful. I've been expecting to return since the day of my birth. That body wasn't designed to outlast me. I'm alive and free. The body died, not me. All around me are the most beautiful sights a soul could ever hope to see. It's eternity. I'll always love you. I'll always be with you, and I'll hold your hand when you come. I'll walk with you so you too can see the promise God made to you and me. It's eternity. I'm alive and free. The body died, not me. Eternal energy, joy, happiness, God and me. I'm alive and free. The body died, not me.
Not sure how I can follow that. This is one of the many poems written by Larry titled, If I Were. If I were a bird, I think I'd fly to the highest tree in yonder sky, to view life from high above, and bask in the shade of God's true love. And when refreshed in that pure light, I'd fly back down to light the night, and share that love and a melody to proclaim God's love from you and me.
Larry, Todd asked me to speak and not be emotional. It's hard for me to be an emotional guy. But I'll give it a shot. This is a poem composed by Larry. I thought this was perfect. It was sent to Todd on his birthday. And I can envision it, Todd, finding it. He said he found it recently on a piece of scrap paper, of the original piece, and how perfect it was to share today. It was entitled, If Thoughts Had Shapes. If thoughts had shapes like things, I wonder what they'd be. Would wonder not be wings and reverie a seed? If hope looked like a seed, would lilies grow for grace? Would every word be a weed, despair a barren space? Would thoughts of truth not find a rainbow's radiant form? And would not peace of mind be sunlight after storm? And love, what shape would show? Love patient, warm, and true. All you I love, I know, that love would look like you. It's just, it says so much. I just can't thank you enough for writing, and it's special. Thank you.
And now we're going to shift to a few special tributes, the first being Larry's nephew, Charlie Teschendorf, followed by, we have some providers here, some clinical folks here from the VA who treated Larry during his hospital stay who wanted to speak. Charlie?
Good afternoon, family and friends. We are the nieces and nephews of Larry and Todd. Today we gather to honor our uncle, a man who was, in every sense of the word, caring, giving, and completely selfless. You often hear the phrase, "It takes a village." In our family, Uncle Larry was an important and present part of that village. He wasn't just someone who showed up when it was convenient. He showed up for every birthday, every holiday, every gathering, often very late, but he showed up. If there was a reason to come together, Uncle Larry was there. And it wasn't just his presence, it was the way he showed up, with warmth and with a heart that made you feel seen and valued, showing up with a smile on his face without fail. He was always generous with his time and always brought a thoughtful gift. He didn't need attention or recognition, he was just happy giving. He simply gave his love and support because that's who he was. Although he didn't have children, he treated his nieces and nephews like his own. A village is made strong by the people who study it and the ones who quietly hold it together. Uncle Larry was one of those people. He helped create the sense of belonging that we all feel when we're together, and that's a legacy that doesn't fade. Some people talk about family being important, but Uncle Larry lived it. His actions were always louder than his words. He took such joy in having a chat about the ball game or a discussion about the ways of the world. He wanted to know how work was going. He wanted to know how the kids were doing. He wanted to know what trips were coming up and what was new in all of our lives. He was so proud to display our family photos on the wall of his office. He would often call to Todd in the other room just to come in and look at one of our posts on Facebook, or just to look at a new photo that one of us had just sent to him. He helped build the foundation of our family simply by caring, by showing up, and by loving without condition. He understood that the little things weren't little at all. Being there for a cake, a graduation, a holiday, those moments became the memories that have shaped us all. And when we look back on those memories, Uncle Larry's woven through so many of them. Kindness and generosity were effortless for him. Most of Thanksgivings and Christmases, our family would often expect to set an extra seat at the table for a church member or a friend of Larry and Todd, simply because the two of them didn't want anyone to spend a holiday alone. They both taught all of us to be more open with our hearts and our homes. But that's just one of the many generous acts of kindness that Larry practiced on a regular basis. The stories that we've heard of his passing, of his generosity, have been overwhelming. We will miss his presence at the table, his infectious laugh. We will miss his killer dance moves. We will miss his gentle spirit, his art of conversation. We will miss the stories of his travel adventures. We will miss his smile in the room, but what he gave us will stay with us forever. The shining example of selflessness, consistency, and love in action. The best way we can honor Uncle Larry is to carry that forward, to show up for each other and to make time for the ones we love. To be a part of the village the way he was. Uncle Larry, thank you for every birthday, every holiday, every moment. Happy heavenly birthday to you today on what would have been your 82nd. We most certainly all would have been together to celebrate. Thank you for being a part of our village. You will always be a part of it.
Hello, my name is Zach. I'm a medical resident at Indiana University, and I have the privilege of being one of Larry's doctors when he was in rehab at the VA. I want to take a moment to thank Todd for inviting me to be here today. In an increasingly disconnected world, it feels more important than ever to build relationships within our local communities. I know Larry believed in that deeply. Todd, thank you for creating this space for all of us to come together, remember, honor Larry. In medicine, we talk about the mind, the body, and the spirit as an interconnected triad, and I feel like no one accentuates this better than Larry. Though his body faced significant challenges near the end of his life, his spirit remained steady and welcoming. He formed quick and genuine friendships with the nurses and therapists on the unit. Even on some of his most difficult days, he carried himself with a quiet peace and a remarkable resolve. There's a small memory that stays with me. Maybe some of you in this room will know what I'm talking about. Whenever Larry and I first make eye contact each day, he'd raise his eyebrows and give a brief, knowing smile. It lasted only a second, but it was consistent. In that simple gesture, he communicated warmth, acceptance, and a kind of gentle humor. It was his way of saying, I see you. And I have a feeling he offered that same welcome to everyone he met. Larry reminded me that even when our circumstances limit what we can do physically, they do not have to limit who we are. His spirit continued to reach outward, connecting with and uplifting others. we want to carry Larry's legacy forward, I think it begins in moments just like that. Small, intentional acts of kindness, a smile, a raised eyebrow, a word of encouragement, a willingness to truly see the person in front of us. So today, as we remember Larry, I invite each of us to honor him, not only with our words, but with our actions. Let's look for those small opportunities to leave someone a little more welcome, a little more seen, a little more at peace. In doing so, we carry Larry's spirit forward, and it will continue to quietly move through this world, warmly and faithfully, just as he did every day. It was an honor to help care for him.
Thank you, Todd and family, for allowing us to talk about the other side of Larry. So we're all here today because he was a nice, generous, kind man who believed in science and helping everybody. So it started with him as a young man, joining the military, really willing to be a human shield between a bullet and our kind of life here, quiet life. That's how generous that he was. And then as a young man, very proud of his studies at the university, always willing to help us advance science and medicine. And even beyond his life, he's still doing that. I only met Larry 6 years ago, and he saw beyond the accent, and he saw beyond the diploma to the human in me. And he progressed from doctor to how are you, girl? And he progressed from me doctoring him with every visit and pouring over his chart and seeing what can